NBC Palm Springs.
Good morning. It's Thursday, August 21st. I'm Mary Strong alongside meteorologist Jerry Steffen. And I have to say, the humidity is palpable. It's making it so much hotter out there.
Yeah, not so bad yesterday, but the numbers are going to go up over the next few days. Also, we're dealing with mountain thunderstorms, which will be an issue in the next few days, and the heat. We have excessive heat warnings out there. We'll talk about all those things. And a fourth thing, the tropics. So there's a lot to talk about in the weather department.
Okay. All right. We'll see you in a bit. Thanks, Jerry. Our top story this morning, 2 men suspected of killing a 13-year-old boy in Cathedral City are expected to appear in Indio court today. 19-year-old James Ian Carter and 18-year-old Christian Millward, both residents of Cathedral City, were arrested in San Diego on Monday. They were booked into Riverside County Jail on suspicion of murder, conspiracy to commit a felony, and gang membership. It comes after 13-year-old Alan Martinez was fatally shot on August 13th in Cathedral City. The Riverside County Gang Impact Team worked with San Diego police to detain both men. They will appear at the Larson Justice Center this morning to be formally charged in the case. A man was charged with attempted murder yesterday after being arrested at the guide dogs of the desert facility in Whitewater. 54-year-old Brian Vines Burge was arrested Saturday by the Riverside County Sheriff's Department. According to deputies, a woman said he entered the dog training facility with a knife and then attempted to rape and murder her. The woman was injured but able to escape the attack. Burge is now being held at the Benoit Detention Center in Indio. A vigil was held last night for a Desert Hot Springs man killed in a motorcycle crash. 21-year-old Christopher Ventura crashed his bike near the intersection of Palm Drive and Dillon Road on Saturday morning. More than 100 family members and friends gathered at the crash site Wednesday to pay their respects. He will have more on the story and what the family's asking the city to do to make streets safer. That's at 5 and 6 o'clock tonight right here on NBC Palm Springs. There is some new information this morning in the week-long disappearance of 7-month-old Emmanuel Haro from Cabazon. He was reported missing last Thursday after his mother, Rebecca Haro, said she was attacked and knocked unconscious in a Yucaipa parking lot and awoke to the baby being gone. The San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department says the infant's father, Jake Haro, has retained an attorney, and if the parents choose to work with detectives, we welcome their cooperation, he said. This comes after claims by the department that interviews with Rebecca were inconsistent with her initial report and that she denied further questioning. Yesterday, our Brett Rosen was able to travel to the home of the Haros and met the father. Take a look.
Where is baby Emmanuel? It's a question being asked over and over. These signs, stuffed toys, and candles were left behind by a community hoping for the safe return of the 7-month-old. And earlier today, we went to the Haro's home. Where Jake Haro answered the door. He wanted to talk about the fire that had started near his home. And when we pressed him for a statement about his son, Emmanuel, he referred us back to his lawyer. And now investigators are putting out their own investigation fires, acknowledging the reported sighting of Emmanuel in Kern County and confirming Haro's car being searched for evidence.
I'm begging you, please, if anything, if you know anything, please, I'm just begging you to bring him back.
Forgive you. We won't bother you. We just want our baby boy.
A week ago, parents Rebecca and Jake Haro spoke out pleading the safe return of their son. Soon after, authorities say there were inconsistencies with Rebecca Haro's statement. Now neither parents are cooperating. Jake Haro has a court appearance coming up on September 2nd for violating probation. He was arrested last year for being a convicted felon and a narcotic addict in possession of an illegal firearm. He was previously convicted of child cruelty charges back in 2018. Now, this investigation has not just captured the attention of neighbors, but the world.
A 7-month-old baby whose mother reported that he was kidnapped.
Okay, so here are the latest updates on the baby Emmanuel case.
Thousands of TikTok detectives offering their opinion on what might have happened to Emmanuel.
And that was our Brett Rosen reporting. And of course, we'll continue to keep you updated on that story. Let's take a live look now from our Agua Caliente casino camera in Palm Springs. We're going to check back in with Jerry in the Weather Center for a look at your forecast today.
Not all that bad outside right now. We have mostly clear skies, 86 degrees in Palm Springs, 35% relative humidity. The temps, they're going to be up there again today above normal. And the humidity levels will begin moving up as well over the next few days. 82 degrees at thermal, 32% relative humidity. Checking the temps, 74 degrees at Yucca Valley, 90 Desert Hot Springs, 93 at Thousand Palms. A head start with the numbers above normal temps to begin our day, 88. That's at Indio, 86 at Coachella, San Gorgonio Pass, 73, Banning, 80. That's at Whitewater. Now, as far as radar, nothing happening yet, but give us a couple days. We're going to see the chance of rain for Southern California go up. Yeah, quiet right now. I got to look to Arizona. That's where that monsoonal moisture is, but that's going to start moving in our direction with a high pressure center over the next few days, and the chance of rain does move up for Southern California. Dew points have moved up since yesterday. They'll be around that 50-degree mark today and even higher tomorrow, so the humidity will be an issue in our near future. 115 puts us above normal again today for Palm Springs. Same for Indio. 116 La Quinta, 117 at Rancho Mirage in Cathedral City today. And because the numbers are still up there, extreme heat warnings in effect through Saturday for a good area of Southern California, including the Coachella Valley. Heat advisories to our west, almost to the coastline. That's today and tomorrow. Okay, Comfort Air 7-day forecast. Yeah, above normal numbers through Saturday with mid-1 teens. Little extra cloud cover Friday, Saturday, and again, higher humidity. Chance of mountain thunderstorms begin tomorrow. More on that chance of rain and how long will it be sticky? Full forecast and 7-day on the way.
All right, Jerry, thanks. Well, local residents packed into Fantasy Springs Resort Casino yesterday for a special low-cost animal clinic and spay and neuter event. It's all thanks to Coachella Animal Network and founder Kim Hardy, who has made it her personal mission to bring affordable pet care to Valley residents. Hardy typically hosts 2 clinics a month, but this one was bigger than usual, teaming up with several local nonprofits, Animal Samaritans, Loving All Animals, and Riverside County Animal Services to offer vaccines, microchipping, spay and neuter services, and even pet adoptions.
We see about 200 animals for vaccines and wellness checks, and then we do about 30 to 40 animals get spayed and neutered a clinic. So for us, we do 2 clinics, so it's 60 to 80 animals a month.
We know that people in our community need these services, and we're trying to get them into the community rather than people having to come to us always. And so this is a one-stop shop for spay neuter for cats, vaccines for cats and dogs, and adoptions for anybody interested in adding a pet to their home.
If you'd like to know when the next low-cost clinic will be held, you can find more information on the Coachella Animal Network's website, coachellaanimalnetwork.org. Starting Friday, the Whitewater Preserve will be closed over the weekend through Monday. The closure is because of the high chances of an incoming summer monsoon thunderstorm that is expected to hit on Saturday. The preserve will reopen on Tuesday, August 26th. We have an update now on the Rosa fire that broke out earlier this month and led to evacuees seeking shelter here in the valley. Friends of the Desert Mountains are working with the U.S. Forest Service to help restore trails and monitor recovery for species. Experts warn that some plants and wildlife, like the single-leaf pinyon pine, may struggle to rebound. The fire burned more than 400 acres of conserved land in Upper Palm Canyon. In total, it charred more than 1,700 acres. The Palm Canyon Trail will remain closed until it's safe to reopen, and other forest lands in the burn zone could be shut down for up to a year to allow for recovery. The cause of that fire is still under investigation. The city of Coachella has appointed its new finance director after what they called a years-long search. Lincoln Bogard has 2 decades of financial experience across the municipal, private, and public sectors. He has recently served as the deputy city manager for the city of Banning, overseeing finance, human resources, payroll, risk management, and IT. Coachella City Council member Yadira Perez said Bogard's leadership will strengthen the city's financial foundation and support the community's long-term growth. Well, the more we use our smartphones, the more we're exposed to blue light. Some say it's harmful, and others say that's not the case. Tiani Jadaling spoke to experts and has more on the story.
For years, experts have warned about the effects of blue light to one's health. One study done by Harvard researchers says, while light of any kind can suppress the secretion of melatonin, blue light, specifically at night, does so more powerfully, leaving those who want better sleep to shut things down early.
Either unplug completely from my accessories an hour prior to bed, and once I wake up in the morning, also refrain from using any phone or devices an hour.
Christina Morales was shopping for blue light glasses. She tells us her job requires her to be in front of screens all day, and she's also heard of the negative effects of too much blue light exposure. But some scientists with the Icahn School of Medicine at Mount Sinai say how long you use your device for, how close it may be to your eyes, and how bright it is may all play a role in how you sleep. But we reached out to a sleep specialist who claims any amount of screen time can be harmful.
I mean, it's hard to say exactly how much time. I would say it's more of an issue of how close it is to bedtime. So, if you are exposed to blue light within an hour or two of going to sleep, that's when it's really an issue.
Dr. Monica Mather, a sleep medicine physician with Kaiser Permanente, says melatonin being released at night cues the body to get ready for bed. And without that release, our bodies have a hard time falling asleep. So she recommends putting devices away well before hitting the sheets.
At least an hour or two before bedtime, you should really not have screens available. So you should really put your phone away, turn off TVs.
Dr. Mather says there are things you can do to avoid jeopardizing your sleep. She suggests using screen protectors and blue light glasses. Tiani Jadaling, NBC Palm Springs.
Well, it's time for Where in the Valley, where we show you a photo of a location somewhere in the Coachella Valley, and you guess where it is. So let me show you the photo. Take a good look here. Do you know where this is? Have you ever walked this little path? We'll reveal the special location at the end of our broadcast, and I'll give you a small hint before we get there, so stay tuned. Coming up next on your morning news, Valerie Katz with the Animal Samaritans is here with the cutest puppy named Pipsqueak. I can't wait to introduce you to her. That's coming up next. But first, let's head outside and take a live look at your Agua Caliente Casino camera in Rancho Mirage. Jerry's going to break down your full 7-day forecast straight ahead. Well, it's time now for our pet of the week. Valerie's here with the cutest puppy. Tell me more about her. Pipsqueak, right?
Yes, this is little Pipsqueak.
Look at her face. Oh.
It's so cute. And as you can see, if you know your dog breeds, that face we think is probably pug. She's definitely a mixed breed, but she's got the smushy pug-looking face. But these ears we think may come from like a beagle or a basset hound or something like that with the big, beautiful, long, floppy ears. She's She's got some short, stubby little legs. So best to guess would be pug, maybe beagle or basset hound mix. So she should stay, you know, on the smaller side and probably stocky. A short little stocky dog.
She's very regal.
Yes.
Like when you look at her, she's very, she's definitely a little girl, you can tell.
Yes.
And she's quite regal when she holds her head up, and she's just so soft and very well mannered.
She is, yeah. She's a calm puppy, but you should see her when she's playing with her siblings. they get pretty wild. That's when the puppy comes out.
Oh, I love these ears.
The other thing is, like,
look how cute are these ears.
They could fly away with these things.
Did.
And the two siblings, which are both boys, they look exactly like her.
Yeah,
like, exactly.
We met one of them a couple weeks ago, right?
Yes, Chug Norris.
Norris.
And
that's right.
Chew Barca is the other one. So there they are, right there.
Did they get a job too?
You know what? We have decided that we were going to save these little puppies for the Dogist event. So they are going to be available, yes, this coming Saturday at our Dogist birthday bash and bingo, and that's going to be happening at the Rowan.
Cutie. Oh my goodness, the Rowan is so great
too. Yeah, and so we're going to have 4 puppies there available for adoption. So this whole litter and one other one, Applesauce, who you might remember. We brought her in recently too. There she is right there.
She's so cute.
Yes, and if you're wondering what the Dogist birthday bash is, well, Dogist is the official birthday month for shelter dogs across the country, and we have a big birthday party for them, and all the proceeds raised go to benefit our no-kill shelter and helps the animals that are homeless and in our shelter. So you'll get lunch, you'll get wine, and it's going to be a good time helping out our friends here. So
and the Rowan is a really cool place to check out too.
Yes,
if you haven't been, it's a great,
it's a really
spot.
great place. And we are going to be in their Sky Ballroom. If you want all the details on it, you can go to animalsamaritans.org/Dogist. And the other thing that we're doing for the month of Dogist is our Poorly Drawn Pets fundraiser.
Yes,
and that's been
need
so
to get
much
on
fun.
that.
Yes, because you and your daughter are helping. We also had Thalia. She and her daughter created one of the art pieces for us. And there it is right there. They did the cutest little job of that kitty cat right there. But if you want one of these poorly drawn pet portraits, you can go to animalsamaritans.org/Dogist. It's a $20 donation. Last year, some people even used these for their holiday cards, which I thought was a great idea.
Cute.
Yeah, and you're going to have something that's going to be, you know, something you're going to cherish and laugh at for years to come. And you're going to know that $20 donation is helping the animals at our no-kill shelter. So if you want a cute little poorly drawn pet portrait, then grab them now because we're only doing it this month.
Okay, great.
So
you gave me.
I did that one.
Oh, you did.
The one right
before. You gave me the cutest little Frenchie to do. So
yes, isn't that a cute dog?
I know. I have the picture at home, and I'm just brainstorming like, how am I going to do this one? I mean, it's to bring out all the cuteness. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
I tell you, for us in the office, it is so much fun seeing them come back from from our staff and from our volunteer artists, because everyone just gets so creative, and we just laugh and giggle each time they come in. And then when people come to pick them up too, they absolutely love them. So it's a great way to, get something fun for yourself, to remember your pet, and to also do something good for the animals at the shelter.
Absolutely wonderful. Well, Pipsqueak, you've just been such a joy this morning. Thank you. And what a good kisser she is.
She is.
Look at that cute face and those cute ears. Oh, Val, thanks for bringing her in.
you.
Thanks for coming in. You're just the cutest. Mwah. Big kisses for you, and lots of magic for your future adoption this Saturday, hopefully.
At the Rowan, so come see us.
Thanks, Val.
Thank you.
Let's head it over to Jerry in the Weather Center for a look at what's ahead in your forecast, Jerry.
Poorly drawn dog contest? Those were all Rembrandts compared to what I could do. Right? Anyway, we'll see mostly sunny skies today. Excessive heat still with us. Middle 1 teens for the Coachella Valley. Humidity starts moving up today and especially early next week, and we could see some mountain thunderstorms. I'll explain. Lots to talk about next. Keep it in. lot of clear skies over the Coachella Valley. Agua Caliente Casino Cam view right now. Yesterday was a hot day. How hot was it? Well, we came 1 degree from tying a record of 117 set back in 69. 108 is our normal. We're going to be well above that again today. Currently 74 degrees at Yucca Valley. Already some 90s popping up around the area. 91 at Desert Hot Springs, Thousand Palms. 90 at Indio at this hour. Winds light. Basically will remain a little breezy late in the day. Nothing to worry about as far as winds are concerned today. And as far as the radar, yeah, we're not seeing anything yet. That could change in the next couple of days. You got to look to Arizona for a little thunderstorm activity on the central west end of the state. And more expected later today with the monsoonal moisture over Arizona. Nothing for us today, but 114 to 118, that puts us well above normal again today. Mostly sunny skies. An afternoon flow out of the southeast. Onshore winds will kick in at around sunset. But here's how hot it's going to get today. We'll be 2 degrees from the 117-degree record today in Palm Springs with 115 for our forecast high. Same for Indio. 117 Cathedral City, Rancho Mirage, Desert Hot Springs, 112, 109 at Cabazon, and still up there tomorrow, 114 in Palm Springs and Indio. Because the numbers are going to be in the middle 1 teens, an extreme heat warning in for the Coachella Valley, but you can see we're not the only ones dealing with the heat. Heat advisory from mountains all the way almost to the coastline. That's through tomorrow. But yeah, parts of Nevada, Arizona also suffering with the heat today, tomorrow. With those temperatures well up there. Hot and a little bit of humidity begins to move in on Friday. We're watching the monsoonal moisture, and some of that begins to move into eastern parts of Southern California. Again, that's Friday, still up there, middle 1 teens for the valley. Let's talk rain now. Okay, Friday, tomorrow, like I said, some of the monsoonal moisture begins to move in, mostly over mountains, and then a little bit more on Saturday. We'll begin to see that move over the area. But it's Monday and Tuesday of next week where we get an influx of that monsoonal moisture kind of rotating around the western perimeter of a high pressure center, kind of guiding it in our direction. A little closer look at those days. Friday, we could see some mountain thunderstorms, nothing for the valley. Saturday, about the same. We'll see some mountain thunderstorms around the area, not a lot of accumulation with the rain. Kind of a break on Sunday, but it's Monday and Tuesday. Spillover showers are a possibility for the valley. And again, mountain thunderstorms in the higher elevations. Monday and Tuesday next week, and higher humidity too. Today, we're looking at 10% relative humidity in the middle of the afternoon, some teens, but the numbers move up. Dew points in the 60s Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but it's Monday, Tuesday, and maybe Wednesday. Those numbers could get higher. Okay, quick check of the tropics. Formerly a Category 5 major hurricane Aaron. It's a Cat 2 storm right now, beginning to make its turn to the northeast. Right now, northeasterly winds. It had picked up forward speed of 17 miles an hour, but it's causing problems along the coast. In fact, we have tropical storm warnings and watches along the coast here, but again, it's moving its way toward the open waters of the North Atlantic. That's good news. Comfort Air 7-day forecast, 115 today, about the same for tomorrow. A little extra cloud cover Friday. Saturday, 109. Same for Sunday. Monday, 105. The numbers go down Tuesday and Wednesday as the humidity really goes up those days. Keep in mind, mountain thunderstorms are a possibility. Friday, Saturday, more so Monday, Tuesday. Ready for some trivia? It's coming up, loosely related to one of the days on our hashtag holiday calendar, brought to you by One Coachella Valley. Thursday, August 21st, 2025. What's happening today? National Spumoni Day is today.
Spumoni.
Oh, that's a spumoni. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Traditionally, spumoni consists of 3 molded layers of flavored gelato. Looks like more layers there. Which can include
I have
candied
not. I
fruits
wasn't
and nuts.
sure what it was.
Yeah, I never had it either.
Yeah.
I've heard of
Looks
it.
colorful and beautiful.
Could make a good pet name too. Spumoni.
Spumoni.
That would
Here's
be a
Spumoni.
cute name.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that would
Put
be
that on
cute.
your list.
Yes.
National Sweet Tea Day is today. National Iced Tea Day is June 10th. Today is National Sweet Tea Day. I guess it's a southern thing as far as beverages are concerned, with a little extra sugar added in it. But there you go, picture of sweet tea. Also, National Brazilian Blowout Day. I had no idea what that is. Do you know what that is?
Yes.
Yeah, it straightens the
It
hair,
straightens
right?
your
Yes.
hair.
Oh, no
yeah, it
kidding.
makes it less frizzy. Yeah.
It makes it, okay, so
Yeah.
hair care.
Hair care. You don't
Brazilian
need that, but
blowout. Nope. Yeah. My hair is whatever it wants to be every day. No controlling it. Anyway, National Senior Citizens Day is today. We have a lot here in the Coachella Valley. We salute you all. Right? It was Ronald Reagan, President Reagan, who proclaimed this day back in 1988. And senior citizens are key words today in today's pop quiz. First question of 2, multiple choice, of course. One of the many songs to come from Canadian singer-songwriter, guitarist Neil Young is his 1972 Billboard Top 40 hit, Old Man. You know that one. Old Man, look at my song.
Yes,
Like
yes.
I don't know if I do.
Oh, you do for sure.
If I
sure you
hear
do.
it,
Okay.
oh my goodness.
Is
It's
it in the
playing in the
background?
background, yes.
Is it?
You can listen
I
to it.
can't-
Let's take a little break
Listen.
here.
Okay.
Come on, Val.
You know this song. We're on the instrumental part, so that's not really helpful.
Right.
But
Okay. Regarding Neil Young's Old Man song, while Linda Ronstadt can be heard singing background vocals on this song, it's this musician who plays 6-string banjo on this track. Who are we talking about here? Bob Dylan, A, B, James Taylor, C, Neil Diamond. Listen to the song a little bit more here.
This is such a good song. I'm gonna say, wow, geez, I don't know. Huh.
Gonna go Bob Dylan.
6-string band. Wow.
Val's got James Taylor Control Room. Got a
Wow,
B, B,
we're all
and a
over the
C.
map.
Yeah, all over the map, exactly. It's James Taylor, yeah.
Yes, I knew it right after I put my A up.
Yeah, it's James Taylor playing the banjo on Old Man. Okay, second senior citizens question. The Golden Girls is a late 80s, early 90s television sitcom about 4 senior citizens who share a house in Miami, Florida while navigating their golden years. The 4 main characters on The Golden Girls are Dorothy, Blanche, Rose, and who? Is it A, Agnes, B, Irene, or C, Sophia? Control room again. Golden Girls question.
Don't tell him yet. Don't tell him.
What could it be?
Rico.
Rico says C, B, and a B. 2 B's and a C.
See?
C? Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Yay,
Sophia.
what a great show.
I
Isn't
love
that
that.
Oh,
such
yeah,
a good
classic.
show? Oh, gosh.
All right.
Blanche.
And
What
they
do
have
we
the new version too, kind of, the Palm Springs one.
This is
Yes.
Pipsqueak.
Pipsqueak.
Adopt Pipsqueak. She's the cutest and gives the best kisses. Mwah. You're so cute. This Saturday at the Rowan, she'll be
Okay.
there.
Old
Yes,
man
she
taking
will.
us to
Come
break.
get
Back in a
her.
bit.
say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in. Now, this is NBC Palm Springs.
Welcome back. I'm Mary Strong. Thanks so much for waking up with us this morning. Jerry's going to have your full forecast coming up in just a few minutes, but first a look at some of the stories making headlines at this hour. The signs are up at the temporary Palm Springs Library location. This photo was posted to social media yesterday. In the post, they said the location at Rimrock Plaza is set to open on Monday of next week. That's August 25th. All library programs will be available at this temporary location while the permanent location undergoes renovations until 2027. If you've ever wanted to be a teacher, there's no better chance than now. The Palm Springs Unified School District is opening applications for their teacher residency program in September. You can earn your master's degree and teaching credential in just 1 year. They're holding an information meeting on the program next Wednesday, August 27th. High school students in La Quinta have an opportunity to get involved in their community through the Collective Youth Program. It meets on a monthly basis at La Quinta City Hall and gives young students the opportunity to meet with city leaders and discuss the issues that matter most. The deadline to apply is September 26th. You can scan the QR code you see right here on your screen to learn more. Cathedral City is launching a new program to help support small businesses. It's called Ignite. It'll bring together organizations to provide what they call genuinely impactful free resources to small business owners. One of the program's first events will be held tonight at 5 o'clock at City Hall. If you'd like to attend, you can learn more about that by going to our newsroom tab on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. The Cathedral City Senior Center is working to keep residents cool during these hot summer months. Our NBC Palm Springs' Antonio Marquez has more on that.
That's right, 2 ice cream scoops is all it took to ease the heat and, of course, loneliness at the Cathedral City Senior Center. A heat wave is expected this week, and the Senior Center in Cathedral City is doing its part to help with the heat and at the same time offer activities, resources, and fun to all those who need it.
Again, with our seniors and all the community, we can provide, not just our service, but also the company that they need.
At an older age, getting to meet new friends is not easy, but special events like this ice cream social help out, according to Marge Wade.
It is harder for some people, but I think there are others who are willing to get out, but they have no way of getting out. So they don't take the bus or they don't drive. So, it's a very difficult thing for for older people to get out.
The event included lots of toppings for your ice cream to combat the heat, with everything necessary to enjoy with friends. As well, lots of games where you can win lots of prizes. This was an opportunity for all those who don't usually socialize to feel comfortable and also learn about other resources.
It really helps foster trust amongst one another and normalize asking for help when you have feelings of isolation, depression, anxiety. Mental health services, and I specifically offer the Pearls program, and it is not talk therapy, but it is therapeutic, and in essence we do problem solving.
The next event is set for September 17th so the community can come together and enjoy some ice cream. Antonio Marquez, NBC Palm Springs.
Well, the Texas House of Representatives have given final approval of the redistricting bill to redraw congressional districts, which would improve Republican performance. House Bill 4 passed with a vote of 88 to 52 on Wednesday. 10 Democrats were still absent from the vote. The state Senate is expected to take up the bill in committee this morning, and Texas Governor Greg Abbott is expected to sign it after Senate approval. Texas cannot require public schools to display the 10 Commandments in every classroom. That's what a judge said Wednesday in a temporary ruling against the state's new requirement. This is the third such state law to be blocked by a court. Texas is the largest state to have attempted such a requirement. U.S. District Judge Fred Berry's ruling from San Antonio is the latest in a widening legal fight expected to eventually go before the U.S. Supreme Court. Despite President Trump's insistence that the leaders of Ukraine and Russia will soon sit down to negotiate and end their war, officials in Russia are throwing cold water on the idea, as overnight Russia launched one of its biggest aerial attacks of the year. NBC's Alice Barr has the latest now from Washington.
New questions this morning about whether a meeting between Ukraine's President Zelensky and Russia's President Putin will actually happen, while the White House voices confidence that it's on track.
Sometimes leaders sitting down face to face can break the logjam that their teams don't necessarily have the ability to do.
Russia is signaling it's in no rush for a leaders' summit, with top diplomat Sergei Lavrov saying lower-level negotiations must come first. And that talks among Western leaders about guaranteeing Ukraine's security are a, quote, road to nowhere without Russia involved. Those talks continued Wednesday at a meeting of NATO military leaders. Ukraine now buoyed by President Trump's new pledge of American assistance to prevent a future Russian attack, though he's ruled out U.S. troops on the ground. Some lawmakers pressing the president to act on the harsher sanctions he's long discussed to ramp up pressure on the Russian economy.
We need to hold Putin accountable. We need to get the parties to the table. We need a ceasefire.
With the Russian bombardment only intensifying, a former U.S. ambassador to Ukraine arguing Putin has no incentive to stop.
They want to continue to pound the Ukrainians until they get what they want. And that's why standing up to them is the only way to do it.
Ukraine's President Zelensky saying overnight his meeting with Putin is necessary to end the war, even as his team is preparing action plans if Russia backs out and its assault drags on. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Well, some of the most powerful people in global economics are meeting in Wyoming today. They are central bankers attending the annual Jackson Hole Economic Policy Symposium. Among them are Federal Reserve leaders and people who serve similar functions in other countries. They can influence borrowing rates and inflation. As Amy Kiley reports, their meeting comes at a tense time for the U.S. Fed.
If you let day-to-day politics come in, that's a very noisy process.
President Donald Trump is increasing his pressure on the Federal Reserve as central bankers from around the world gather in the U.S. today. Their annual symposium in Wyoming is a major economic event impacting monetary policy and consumers. Fed Chair Jerome Powell is giving the keynote speech today. Analysts say he might signal a modest rate cut given labor market concerns. Trump wants him to be more aggressive.
This guy is a numbskull. He keeps the rates too high.
When you compromise the independence of the central bank, very bad things happen to the economy.
Trump says Powell should resign. Now he's saying the same thing about Fed Governor Lisa Cook. She's a Biden appointee who voted against rate cuts recently. A member of the Trump administration alleges she might have committed mortgage fraud by naming two primary residences.
There's a lot of questions here, and that's why I'm saying for the sake of the country, she should just resign. And I do think this is a very different situation than, the chair.
Cook says she won't step down and instead will provide information and facts about her financial history.
Anytime you see them going after someone who's reporting something they don't like, who's unwilling to do their bidding on interest rates, don't assume that that person is guilty of anything other than doing their job.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
Well, a new survey finds that medical misinformation appears to be on the upswing, both online and within the walls of medical exam rooms. According to the Physicians Foundation, a nonprofit research group, 61% of doctors said they encountered patients influenced by misinformation or disinformation over the past year. A large majority of physicians, around 86%, said they encountered more misinformation among patients within the last 5 years than in 7 years before. That time period includes most of the COVID-19 pandemic, with 50% saying medical falsehoods had increased significantly, and 57% said they believed misinformation and disinformation had at least a moderate impact on their ability to provide quality care to patients. The online survey of more than 1,000 physicians was conducted in May and did not ask about specific types of misinformation, but its respondents included a cross-section of the medical profession. Earlier, we showed you a photo of a location somewhere in the Coachella Valley, and I told you I'd show you that photo again and give you a little hint before we reveal it at the end of our broadcast. So let me show you that photo. Here's the hint. This is off Highway 74. Think about that. We'll tell you more about this location coming up later in our broadcast. But first, let's go back to Jerry in the Weather Center for a look at what's ahead in your forecast.
Yeah, a lot of changes coming up over the next few days. Right now, Toro-Pecam looking to the east, Salton Sea right there, the communications tower behind me, and sunrise, which happened about 10 after the hour. We're looking at mostly clear skies, few fair weather high clouds out there. But again, humidity goes up, chance of thunderstorms, and we're talking about the temps. That's all next. Keep it here.
They say dogs are a man's best friend, but at NBC Palm Springs, we're a dog's best choice for news. Apologies to our competitors, but even your dogs know who leads the pack in news.
Night after night, discover the unique stories that set our valley apart. Together, we're going to find inspiration and foster connections that strengthen the fabric of our community.
Babies are experts at paying attention to only what is genuinely fascinating, and we couldn't agree more.
Checking the Agua Caliente Casino cam, a lot of sunshine for the valley, a few wispy high clouds out there. That's going to be the case later today. Yesterday, it was a hot one around the valley. We hit 116, one away from tying a record set back in 1969, and middle 110s again today. Right now, we're starting a little bit above normal with some 90s popping up. 90 degrees at Desert Hot Springs, 93 at Thousand Palms, almost 90 at Indio right now, under mostly clear skies. Winds a little breezy and variable right now. They'll be out of the west at around sunset, but winds will not be an issue, at least in our immediate future. Nothing on radar here or Southern California. We do have a marine layer, not that thick right now, but that'll burn off. You have to look to Arizona for thunderstorm activity, and with monsoonal moisture over the Four Corners states, that's where the action will be later today, but that'll change. Again, monsoonal moisture stays to the east of California, 114 to 118, another above normal day with the numbers, and we'll begin with an afternoon flow that'll be out of the southeast. A little bit of humidity, higher than yesterday, not all that bad though, but onshore winds at around sunset. 115, that's 2 away from tying a record. of 117 set back in 1969. Also 115 for Indio. La Quinta, you get 116 with mostly sunny skies, 117 at Rancho Mirage and Palm Desert. And still kind of up there, 114. That'll be tomorrow for Palm Springs at Indio, 116 Rancho Mirage, 115 at La Quinta. Because the numbers are going to be hovering around the middle 1-teens today and tomorrow, extreme heat warnings in effect for the Coachella Valley. We're not the only ones. It's a good chunk of Southern California and mountains to the coastline, almost to the coastline. That's where the cool weather is along the beaches, but a heat advisory through Friday, tomorrow. Okay, we're not the only ones. Parts of Nevada, it extends into southern Arizona with those heat warnings. So yeah, we're not the only ones suffering from the above normal numbers. So monsoonal moisture, we're going to be tracking that over the next few days. Tomorrow, it begins to move into parts of Southern California. Bulk of it still over Arizona. Temps still up there, middle 1-teens. As far as rain chances, well, here's a look at Friday. Again, some of it begins to move into the area. A little more widespread on Saturday. Sunday, it looks like we'll get a break, but it's Monday and Tuesday of next week where a lot of that begins to move over the southwest, including Southern California. Okay, closer look at those days. Again, Friday, tomorrow, we could see a mountain thunderstorm. Not a whole lot of action. Nothing for the Coachella Valley. Same for Saturday, but it's Monday and Tuesday. Widespread monsoonal moisture could lead to mountain thunderstorms. We're actually counting on that, but even a spillover shower over the Coachella Valley. Again, Monday, Tuesday of next week. Surface moisture, that's another department we have to look closely at because yesterday we had dry conditions. It moves up a little bit, but still not that bad. Teens for relative humidity in the middle of the afternoon, but those dew points move into the 60s Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, even higher humidity. Okay, just a quick check of the tropics. Aaron once was a Category 5 hurricane, major storm, now Cat 2 storm, just directly east of North Carolina. It has 105 mile-per-hour sustained winds around its center, moving to the north-northeast at 17 miles an hour. So it's beginning to make its turn, and because of that storm, it's moving its way to that direction over the northeast. So that's good news that by a couple days it'll be well off in the North Atlantic. And keep in mind tropical storm warnings from Delaware all the way down to North Carolina. Comfort Air 7-day forecast, middle 1-teens today, tomorrow, 111 Saturday. Chance of mountain thunderstorms tomorrow and Saturday, better shot Monday, Tuesday.
The NBC Palm Springs Sports Desk with Tim O'Brien. Brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
Oh, welcome back. All schools officially back in session. Fall is right around the corner, and high school football officially back here in the Coachella Valley. The Friday night lights will turn on a night early with Rancho Mirage hosting the first game against Christian. That's happening tomorrow night at Rancho Mirage. We'll be out there at 5 and 6, of course. Looking forward to that. Now, with the addition of flag football to the schedule, we've got 4 days of football a week, which all leads right into our show on NBC Palm Springs. Remember, you can watch everything high school football on our website at NBCPalmSprings.com. Click on the Sports and Friday Night Lights tab. Switching gears here for a moment, Firebirds making headlines today, re-signing Jackson Berezowski to a 1-year AHL contract. The forward appeared in 67 games for the ECHL affiliate, the Kansas City Mavericks. Had 47 points on the year, 19 goals and 28 assists. So look for the Canadian forward to make the jump to the AHL this season. He spent 5 seasons in the Western Hockey League, the last as the team captain. Certainly good to have some leadership as a part of the new core here in the Coachella Valley. Now, the Firebirds have locked up 7 players this offseason with the addition of Berezowski. You see, Ian McKinnon will be back for his 4th season with the Firebirds. Good to have Macker back. Gustav Olofsson on a 2-year deal will man the blue line with Cale Fleury and Ty Nelson. Jack LaFontaine will fight for one of the spots as a goalie. Charlie Wright, Landon McCallum, and Yakov Novak all returning to the Valley. And don't forget the premiere of Firebirds Off the Ice, a behind-the-scenes look of everything Firebirds right here on NBC Palm Springs immediately following Sunday Night Football this season. Begins on September 7th. Now that'll do it in sports. I'm Tim O'Brien.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
Oscar-winning director Ron Howard is back with a thriller based on a true story. The film is called Eden, and Manny the Movie Guy gives us a sneak peek.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are the very definition of survival of the fittest.
See you. How are you?
Nice to see you as well. And a big congrats on Eden. It's a hauntingly provocative and entertaining film about the dark side of the human heart. I enjoyed it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Boy, you just synthesized it beautifully. I was so fascinated by this story when I learned about it in the Galapagos, where the story is well known there. Outside the world, not so much. But it's one of those stories that's stranger than fiction, because these people were quite extraordinary, bigger than life, and yet they really existed and they really interacted with each other in this way that ultimately was, well, it was funny at times, it was sexy at times, but it was also very dangerous.
This is Floriana.
What were you expecting? Paradise? You have a great cast here, from Jude Law to Ana de Armas. Talk to us quickly how you assembled such an amazing cast.
It was really the script. It was also the research materials, because, and I hope people who see the movie will do the same thing. You can go online and find these people by looking up Alan Hancock, the Empress of Floriana. These characters are so unique and so different, and yet, what did it lead to? A true crime thriller that's very edgy and twisty and turny. It's a good movie story. So I think they recognized in the story both the performance opportunity and the chance to do something very unique for their fans, but also just tell a good story that, that can surprise people.
Gentlemen, this is where we'll build Hacienda Paradiso.
One of your greatest skills as a director, I think, besides being a great storyteller, is you can build tension out of the most unlikeliest scenario, like the Burrow incident. There's a lot of them here. How do you do such a thing?
Well, you know what? I try to put the audience alongside the characters. And, different things scare us in different ways or make us fearful or worried. I know I feel that way. Yeah. And if you can put the audience alongside a character that you care about, and then you let something threatening happen out in the outside world, you can make the audience understand what that challenge is and what it means to the character to have to cope with it, and it creates suspense. And so I love finding those nuances and revealing, what the human journey is in and around that thing that's creating that suspense and tension.
That's exactly what the audience will get when they see the film on August 22nd. So a big congrats on Eden. Again, Mr. Ron, everyone must visit this haunting paradise.
Thank you so much.
Wow, looks good and so great to hear from Ron Howard. We thank Manny for that. Now let's take a live look. This is our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera. We're going to be right back with a recap of your weather forecast with Jerry and reveal our Where in the Valley special location. You're watching NBC Palm Springs in the morning. Stay right here. It's time to reveal our special location for our broadcast. Did you guess where this is? This is the San Jacinto Monument Visitor Center in Palm Desert. The first image we showed you is off the Ed Hasty Loop Trail at the center. It's an oasis trail that lasts about 2.2 miles. I go there all the time to hike, and it's so great. It's a quick little hike, so if you want to get a quick little exercise in, you just head up there, and it's really fast. Have you been?
Yeah, I have.
It's great, isn't it?
Did that earlier this year when it was not so hot.
Yeah, when it's not so hot. Yeah.
Today, not a good hiking day. Next few days, for that matter. Okay, as far as temps, we do have an excessive heat warning in effect for the area through Saturday because the numbers are going to be up above 110. The humidity moves up too over the next several days. Mountain thunderstorms, maybe a couple tomorrow and Saturday. Best shot of seeing rain, including the Coachella Valley, with spillover showers Monday and Tuesday. You can see the numbers go down, but very sticky weather middle of next week.
And we've got more news coming your way at 11 for your midday news. We hope you go out and make it a